Hey guys, Scott Adams here again. So this week at CNPMentors, we've been working on strategy, and that got me thinking about fraud and payment strategy and how so often this is overlooked in pretty much every company I've ever helped or ever been a part of. Unless that's the core of the company, nobody really thinks about it. It's like example, if you think about a video game company, you guys are focused on video games. So you're building a game, you're building, all the infrastructure around supporting a video game. And if you don't think about fraud, if you don't think about payments, as you do this, you can get into a lot of trouble. And this is the same with any company. Any company that accepts payments online is going to have fraud and needs to think about payments. Now, one thing that's helped a lot for me, internal to companies, if you work for a company that's not really putting much effort into fraud and payments, but you actually have a team, or at least you are thinking about this topic, one thing I like to do is look for a different message. So instead of continuously bringing up the issue of chargebacks and fraud and protecting things, think about it in terms of profit. So one of the areas that fraud and payments actually has a really pivotal role in is lifetime value. I talk about lifetime value a lot because it's so important to a company. And we as fraud and payments professionals can very easily impact this. If you think about the whole funnel, say the marketing funnel or the customer journey, you might realize that pretty much once somebody gets to an order page, that's us. Right? We have to make sure that order page fits to what's been sold, fits to what we're actually providing, and that impacts conversion rate. Or when you actually hit the order button, that's another place, right? The decisions you make in your fraud rules, in your payment systems, and how these things are all set up, that impacts the conversion rate. That also impacts lifetime value. And then, after that, there's the delivery of the product, but making sure those emails get out, making sure the confirmation thank you page looks good and provides the information that people need. And then further down, if you're a recurring product, so retention rates, authorization rates, decline rates, all these things impact the bottom line. And so bring these things up to your executives, to your organization, and remind them that you can be a profit center too. So you don't only have to be important when there's an emergency. You can play a role through the whole process and grow with the company. Now if you're a smaller company or just starting out and don't have somebody that knows these things, that's kind of where we come in. Because we can be a resource to bounce ideas off of and to make sure that as you grow, and as you get rolling, say launching your first product, for example, that the right things are in place day one. Because, we've dealt a lot with getting people out of Visa, MasterCard monitoring programs that we've been talking about a lot lately, because the notifications are coming in the next few days, in the next week. But once you get those, it's an emergency. Had you had things in place to start, then that won't happen later in most cases. And so it's much easier to fix a problem before you have the problem than when it's an emergency. So I hope this helps. Thanks a lot.